What it do, what it does, what it be like. It's your boy Black H.A.A.S. This is the Dr. Zars podcast. Man, I know I dipped off for a little while. It's been, I don't know, about 6 weeks, almost 2 months since the last episode in the 2023. I think I went harder than ever before. I know a couple of you cats knew about when I was doing the podcast, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. And I kind of shut it down for a while. Then I brought it back late 22. And it's been a pleasure and an honor to work with Jonathan Belton and Vision Sport and just doing my whole thing with H.A.A.S Entertainment. But going into the 2024, we're gonna try to be more consistent. We're gonna come at you at a more consistent basis. And it's really gonna be more of a reach out basis. I was kind of keeping my platform very limited in the beginning, and that's not what this platform is for. It's for everybody that has any type of common interest with your boy Dr. H.A.A.S. And this young man right here definitely got common interest, interest that I did not know about. So I'm ready to dig into this interview. Y'all are, because I didn't know, man. I've been knowing this young man a very long time. Welcome, Mr. Morgan Lemelle. What's up with you, brother?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Nothing too much, man. That's all about you tonight. I'm trying to figure this out. You see, what y'all don't know and what I didn't know is that this young man partakes in the music also. If y'all know anything about me, y'all know I'm big on trying to do nothing but music and build this platform and just stuff that we got going on kind of 337 area. But if y'all know anything about music in that area, it's not all rap and R&B. It's not a lot of that. We have it, but it's Zydeco is the most dominant platform around this way. So to know that this young man had put together some music and I didn't know like nothing about it, I didn't know shit about it. So I want to hear everything about it, bro. But before we dig into that, man, just tell them everything that they need to know about you. Anybody who's not familiar with you, kind of give them your little origin story, bro.
So I'm originally from Elton. I mean, I grew up there. Got a little ties from Eunice and Bazil and stuff. My grandparents are from there, the little Tyrone area and stuff. That's where it kind of all started, I guess you can say. The backyard parties and the Borns and all that. Got married, moved out here to Hathaway and stuff. Started a whole new area, getting to know new people and stuff like that. So it kind of like just brought out there. Okay, look, we about to try some new things like that. I got a little girl, bro. She into music worse than me. Like I can't even practice half the time because I gotta put it up because she want to play. But then I gotta remind myself, look, she gotta play a little bit too, So, man, I'm just trying to get it done, man. Just trying to vibe out for me.
Man, I feel that to the bone, man. It's kind of crazy for me to just hear you say all that because I've been knowing you for so long when you were so young, and now you literally talking to me about you getting married, you got a family.
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting old as dirt, y'all. This is wild. Golly, but that's great though. I love to hear that, man. Especially ducked off having to kick back in the country, man. That's love.
Yeah.
Everybody love to hear stuff like that.
City life ain't for me too much,
Oh, what? I know that. I'm kind of like a city slicker. I feel like even though I'm still in the country, I'm still in Eunice, kind of just in the thick of things. But I just feel like I got to be surrounded by people. Like I just can't live in.
Yeah, I like to go to the city. It was about, but I just dug back to the country. Like just get a little bit, leave again.
Get a taste and come home. That's what most do.
You know what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
best way to
I
do
don't
it.
need a buffet. I need a sample.
Boy, you already gave me the first side. That's going on TikTok. You don't need no buffet. You just need a sample. I like that.
Just need a sample,
I'm out here trying to figure it out. I still haven't figured out my. Man, that's so real, Morgan. I'm glad to hear that, man. This is such a joy. I don't get a lot of these episodes, so this is so cool, man.
Oh, it's all good, man.
So what made you dig into Zydeco, bro? Like I said, I had no idea. I've been knowing you a minute, so that's pretty dope. What made you get on it?
Well, I mean, if anybody knew me when I was younger, I used to cut a rug, man. I could dance. I ain't got much of it no more, the bones don't move like they used to. But, so it's always kind of been in there. Like I said, growing up in Tyrone, we had the T. Broussards, Harry Broussard, my grandfather, he had built this big shop where people used to come play all the time. I saw this YouTube video of me, my cousin built this YouTube subscription or whatever you call that, and he had posted some videos. And man, I'm just sitting up there, I'm just in front of the band clapping and pretending to play the accordion, And so from a young age, it was kind of built into me. My grandfather had an accordion, and when the band was done, he'd put it in the closet. And I used to always, well, I would stay get dance with them because, I'd go straight into the closet when they leave. I'd grab that accordion, I'd sit at the bottom, I'd play it. And I used to stay getting in trouble because I wasn't supposed to touch it. But
We're supposed to touch your
it
grandfather's
was calling
shit.
it was calling my name. It's like Morgan.
Yeah.
I had to play it. So when I became around 5 years old, my parents bought me one, and I remember sitting in the hallway on Christmas Day playing it hours and hours. And I played it, man, since I was like from 5 to 13, just constantly trying to learn things. Still going to the Zydeco H.A.A.S, whenever they were popping. So just being between all that and just trying to learn and stuff, I was big into it until I got to high school. You get to high school, music ain't really where it's at no more. You went sports, you went to the women, and
Yeah, that's for real though.
I kind of put it down a little bit. I would pick it up every now and then. I had some roommates staying with me when I had just first graduated, and I'd play a little bit or whatever. And about 8 years go by, and my wife happened. I was married at the time. My wife happens to look in the closet, and she says, "Hey, what's this thing here?" I'm like, "It's an accordion. Don't worry about it." And she's like, "Oh, my grandfather used to play." I'm like, "Oh, good for him." So I just closed the closet and I walked on out. So when she left,
Beat.
maybe like an hour later, I was like, "Oh, curiosity was getting me." I was like, "I wonder if I could pick it up and play it."
If you can pick them up, yeah.
So I picked it up and I played it. And I'm like, "Oh man," I was like riding a bike, and she walked back in and she's like, "Got your ass." I
Caught you
knew.
red-handed.
Called me red-handed, and ever since she was like, "Why you ain't telling me?" I was like, "I thought it was lame, I didn't think about that style or life or whatever." And
Yeah.
me and her had talked about it, and she was like, "But you always liked music." And ever since then, it's kind of just been like, okay, look, I kind of like this a little bit. This is my thing right here. I'm gonna pick it up. If it becomes something, it becomes something. If it don't, it's still my thing. Nobody can take that from me. You know what I'm saying?
So true. So true.
Nobody
Yeah.
can take that from me. So
I
ever
love
since
that.
then, I just kind of been picking it up and just trying to roll with it, man.
Man, what's great about what you just spoke on is you literally covered a lot of what I was going to ask you, and you allowed I could really figure this out.
Yeah, I'm
So your
sorry I took
father
some of
was
your stuff,
definitely your
man. I
influence.
just be rolling with it, man. I just go.
No, but I love that because it's so hard to get people to elaborate on the questions that I be asking, bro. That's why I'm
Yeah,
loving this. It's like, so I can draw from it for sure. Father was definitely the influence, right?
yeah,
And it was
yeah,
such a young age, so you really been digging in it forever. So that covered that part for sure. And you definitely elements that resonate with you when it comes to Zydeco. So I love all of that. But what I really want to dig into is the exact moment that you I don't give a damn. I'm finna put something out. You've had to release a whole single, right? So
man. All right, look,
that's what I want to hear about.
look. All right, so this about to get really elaborate. Like this about to go complex a little bit,
We got
Um,
let it roll. We got this got
look,
time out
man.
there.
A lot of people that are like they ask, like, man, where does this come from? Like, like, when did you decide you was gonna do this or whatever? And it kind of was in that moment, like, all right, cool. I'm gonna play music, but you know what? I can I could also write, even though I'm not gonna write and perform for anybody. Because I'm gonna
And
be honest
perform
with
it
you, it never
right.
came across my mind of performing. Man, there's a song out there, something that says basically how you gonna write a song that you're never gonna perform. What's the point in it? I think it's Luke Combs or something like that. What's the point in writing a song you're not gonna sing it for people?
Oh, so there's a
And
song
so
saying what's the point about writing a song if
yeah,
you
it's Luke
that's
Combs. And it's something. I'm gonna have to look it up and
yeah.
let me figure it out.
Because I
I'll
tend to
get it for you.
disagree with that. I will make a song and it'll sit on the hard drive for literally 5-6 years. I might go back to it. No one might not ever hear it, but sometimes it's just therapeutic.
So yeah, there's a song out there by Luke Combs that I kind of heard called "Better Together," and in one of the parts of the songs is like, what's the point of pouring your heart into a song you ain't never gonna sing? And it kind of
Oh
got me
wow,
thinking,
okay,
like, it's pretty cool because everybody can drop music, everybody can write, and the greatest part about that is because no matter your type of genre, you speaking something from your heart.
from yeah,
And a
yeah,
lot of times it's just, you never really gonna know if you got good stuff unless you put it out there. So
yeah.
a lot of people always ask, like, man, what made you decide to write or what made you start? I'm like, man, look, I was always writing, you know, that's just how it goes and things like that. But the moment I decided to put it
So
out is whenever I was just like, I would hum my, like, I'd go to work or something and I'd kind of hum my song in my head. And people were like, man, what's that song called? And I'm like, oh, it's such and such. And they're like, well, who sings it? And I'll be like, oh, I forgot the name. And they go look it up, but they
and go
couldn't
say,
find
yeah,
it. And I'm
couldn't
like,
see.
why? And they're like, man, because we like it. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's my song. And they're like, no, it's not. So after a couple of times of that happening, um, I would, I was just like, you know what? Let me just, what's it gonna hurt? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead and just put some.
Like I said, everybody dropping music, you know. So I'm like, well, what's it gonna hurt? What's it gonna
I
hurt?
mean, I remember my little spit something moment. I think I was at a skating ring or something. Everybody was freestyling. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I dove on it. And that's how I knew I kind of
Yeah,
had a little talent. I'm like, oh, wow. So that shit I be just doing in the bathroom is kind of cool. All right.
yeah,
I
you
guess I
know,
can work on it. You know,
it was kind of
what's
it was
up?
one
I
of those
like
things.
that.
Look, it was a bet on yourself moment because it was about to either you about to
Yeah.
get really humble or you really about to be busy. One of the two. You gonna get humbled or you
They
gonna
go,
just keep
yeah.
doing it. One of the two.
And I'm
So
glad
yeah.
that you kept busy. So, matter
Oh
of
yeah.
fact, I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain exactly. Okay, so you say January 19th, because I'm trying to look at my notes. I'm lost. January 19th is when you dropping, but what you
Mhm.
dropping?
All right. Look. So this is a fun song for me. Um, just because, bro, if I told you how I came up with this song, you'd be like, "What?" Like I was washing dishes when I started this song. I promise you. Like I was just washing dishes and it came to my
I
head,
came up with Lose My Cool washing dishes
and
at
look,
Pizza Hut.
and I
Shout out to
look,
both of y'all.
I just kind of went with it, you know. And it's definitely a fun song. Um, I wouldn't put it a romance song. I put it something like, okay, you tempting something out a little bit. The song's called "How You Move On." Um,
Word, word.
it's one of those ones, man. And I'm gonna kind of elaborate a little bit, and it's kind of gonna move into some other things. But like I said, that's how I just keep it going. How I
Absolutely.
learned how to write a little bit. Uh, so Jeremy Frugier, Zydeco Boys, whatever, is actually my first
Shout
cousin.
out. I need to get him
Uh,
on here. I done said that 3 times.
dude,
Go
let me
ahead.
tell you something. That'd be the best podcast you ever gonna have. Uh,
And I know it. I went to school with him for a short minute, man. Shout out to the hot
I ain't gonna
boy,
lie to
man.
you.
I'm gonna
So
hit
to
your
come
inbox up. I'm gonna stop standing.
so to come back with it, that's if I ask Jeremy a question and he tell me something, look, he gonna be brutally honest. I ain't never been hurt before
Yeah,
like
boy,
I
I ain't gonna
was.
lie to
He
you.
ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie to me, you know. So I would kind of put him as when it comes to lyrics for Zydeco song, I would put him a top artist to write lyrics.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just be wanting
He
to
is
know
very
who hurt
talented.
you, bro. Like who hurt you? Like who did that damage to you?
That
But it's
pressure.
good
That's that
stuff,
real pain, bro.
you know.
Soak a
So
pillow at night. Keep playing.
it's something like that. So he always told me, when you writing a song, man, you got to tell a story, and I think that was the most complex part about it. Like I heard someone say the other day, writing a song, the hardest part is getting the melody. Nah, not for me. The
Yeah, I could
hardest
agree
part is
with
like
you.
finishing the
For real.
story, and
Oh, okay. You one of them.
so it's
You
it's
get
you
you
it's
get to digging too deep and don't
you
know if you
got
want to
to
wrap it up.
you got to tell the story. So how do you move on was definitely interesting because believe it or not, it took me a while. Um, I'm just gonna say it like this. It's funny because Jeremy gave me this advice too. He said, "Listen, when you writing songs, you got to write for what the people want to hear. You
Yeah.
tell a story. You got to know your crowd, but also don't settle for a crowd, but just play. People gonna like your music if they like your music. But be careful what you write about because a lot of people gonna think it's about your personal life. And the killer
Mm.
part about it, none of it's about my personal life. So
Right. It's
it's
literally
kind of
it's
crazy.
fabricated stories and
It's
folk thinking that
it's
that's
a
how he
story, but
living. Yeah.
people can everybody can relate to it.
I'm
So
a,
if you can relate to it, then it's one of those things of I'm already winning when it comes to you listen to my music. Because my goal is when I'm writing a song is when you driving down the road, you're gonna be like, oh man, that's my shit right there. Like I'm going through that. I
yeah.
want you to say I'm going through that whenever you hear my song. You know, it's
Type
just
shit.
how it is. So how do you move on? Like
Yeah.
I said, was definitely one of those ones where I started it off washing dishes and I vibed with it, had it going on, but it took me a while to finish it. I actually started writing it April 29th, 2021 is when I first started it. And it's saved in my phone,
21.
so I knew
So
that. And
sheesh.
2021. And I literally just finished it probably September of last year.
Uh,
So it's one of those things. I mean,
it
granted,
baked.
yeah, granted, it's because I mean I got a good job, so I kind of bounce back with that, and I bounce back with
Yeah.
everything. So none of my songs actually really was finished like that. They kind of go over time or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think How Do You Move On, that's coming out January 19th, is probably going to be the funnest song I made so far. Uh, they got better ones coming though, but just know How Do You Move On is going to be that pressure point for me.
Well, yeah, you already know I'm gonna need that file. I'm gonna
Oh
need
yeah,
you to
it's
send me
gonna be
that after
it's
we
gonna
get
be
off the
legit.
file.
Trust me.
I would love to hear it, not only just to hear it, but also positions in the past couple of years where I've had to go through that. So I need to go
Oh
ahead and
yeah.
see if these some of the same pressure points I got. Because seeing it's crazy when
Oh,
I'm the exact opposite, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. You listen to my music, it's like reading my autobiography. Like that shit happened
gotcha.
Tuesday. I got a song called Whole Tuesday. Like you could probably look up August 23rd, 2017. That was a Tuesday. I was going through some shit. I just wrote a song and that it came out. Like, and I
Yeah.
literally write about everything that go on from me and my child just being too similar but too different, or me and his mama having beef, or or just anything. It's always small stuff. But
Right.
it's therapeutic, man. It feels good to be able to put it down. And it feels even better when shaded, because I know you literally, like Jeremy said, the best way business wise is to make music for the people, because it's the
Mhm.
product that the people are going to want to consume. Therapeutic level, you make songs for yourself, something that you would just bump on a rainy day on the interstate, you know what I mean? And if
Yeah.
it else is just that much better. And if they actually enjoy hearing it and request to hear it often, then you got a hit, and you just got to learn how to push it and protect it, man.
I
Don't
ain't
let
gonna
nobody
lie to you.
steal that
Like
from you.
whenever I wrote "Set Me Free" and I put it out there before I put it out there, I listened to it a few times before it got released. I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh, it's good. It's my first song. I think people gonna like it. Um, How Do You Move On? Ah, man, if I don't play it like 3 or 4 times a day, and it's just something about it. I don't know if it's the beat or just that that they're definitely gonna like it. Most definitely. So a few people already listen to it. They're like, bro, you didn't kill it. Hey, you kind of setting
You knock
yourself
one
up
out the
because now I got to
park.
get.
Yeah.
You put your high feeling, bro. You gotta slow that down. So
Hey, I know the
I'm
feeling. I
definitely
know
I'm
exactly what you're
definitely ready
saying.
for it, man. I'm definitely ready for it.
Man, that's dope. Okay, now let me ask you this though. How
Got to
many
go.
songs have you put together already? I know that's not the only one. You probably been writing, but how many you sat down and got recorded just for yourself that you ain't, let too many people hear like
Um, on my phone right now, like not studio wise. Say I want to drop an album tomorrow and get in the studio, I can put at least 13 out. So
that?
with the two that's already dropped, 15 total.
Boy,
And
15.
they
People
vary.
ain't putting 15 out no more. People putting out like 10. And then
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
EPs. A 5-pack, like a pack of cigars. You get 5 good ones out at a time. I might have to
yeah.
give them
So
to them more often, but that's dope. I
now
like that.
that's just ready to go. Now I'm working on a 10 song album though. Now the ones that's written may not all be on there. If I may come up with some more before I finish, it just kind of all depends. Because I'm
The
gonna
best
kind of
ones.
jump ahead a little bit just to kind of keep it flowing, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have just one style that I'm trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's a lot of Zydeco out there in the world, man. There's Zydeco that there's so much Zydeco that you can have at least 20 bands in each state each night and still need more Zydeco bands. That's how much Zydeco there's out there. People love it, people want it because there's different styles of it, and that's kind of how I grew up with it. Um, it's one of those things of I don't mean to sound this way or say it in any negative way. I'm definitely new to the game. I'm new to the business
Yeah.
side of it and all this, but I'm not new to the Zydeco music. So I'm new to it, but I'm not new to it. I've kind of sat back and I've definitely learned from some very good ones. Like I said, Jeremy he definitely helps by just being brutally goddamn honest.
Honest, yeah.
But then I also learned it from the other side of it. Um, Gino Delafalce. That is the first band I've ever played with. That actually, it was on my wedding day. Actually, my wife's like, "Hey, he can play," and he called me up on stage. And my dad didn't even know I could play. So he was
So you
once he
proud
learned,
of
that was it,
everybody.
you know. And then Leroy Thomas, he's basically like an uncle to me. So we just call him Uncle Leroy, whatever. He's taught me a lot from a very young age. He didn't even know he was teaching me, but I remember he'd come to the house and he grabbed the accordion. He was playing Thriller, Michael Jackson on the accordion. I'm like, how do you do that? So, and he just,
Really?
after that,
Oh
we
wait,
go
nah,
and,
I gotta stop you. On the accordion, how you do it? Like,
oh no,
yeah, how do you do that?
don't ask me. I ain't got
But
the
he
man's
pulled it
fingers.
out though, yeah.
But he was doing it, and I was
Wow.
like, man, how do you even do that? But you know, being around older musicians like that, they just got those tricks of the trade, and man, it really helps whenever they can give you some tips. Like Jamie Badgeron gave me the greatest advice I could ever hear. He said, if you the best person in your band not gonna make it. He was like, because you know, anything you got to have a group of guys that will make you sound better. It's just like any good quarterback. You could have any quarterback on the team, but if he ain't got no receivers, you ain't gonna
To
make
throw
nothing happen.
to. Right.
And
Yeah,
that definitely kind of happened. Like, hey, I'm gonna give you a blooper moment. I messed up the other day on cornbread, and Eric, he plays with Rusty Matoir. He just came in and he just like started hitting some notes, and it helped me recover. But it was one of those things. If I wouldn't have had him in the band or had Seth on the bass, that kind of helped.
around you.
The crowd would have heard that. So that advice definitely came in to, you know, you got to get a band that's gonna rock with you and stick with you and help you. So that's definitely, that's pretty cool. So
Like a
I
solid
definitely,
offensive line, man.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I definitely
That's out true.
learned a lot of things from a lot of people. You know, sometimes Gino plays, he may play a fast song, he may play a waltz, you know, but that keeps that crowd going because it all depends on your crowd that you want to work. And it's just, people want to have a good time, people want to dance, and so you just can't.
That's true.
I don't want to just come up there with no love songs, you know, because it's a Friday night. You just
Yeah.
got paid. I want to dance. Like, I
I'm
want
out
some
right
music
quick.
so
Yeah.
your bartenders rich, you know. Tip your bartenders, get some drinks, come back on dance floor. Let's do it all over again, you know.
And have a blast, man. That's
You
real.
know, so it's definitely, whenever you know, you're gonna notice kind of my music style, and that's kind of what I battle with. You know, what I'm gonna drop next, what I'm gonna drop this, because I don't want people to just think I'm a one style artist. You know, I wanna give it. You know, I'm eventually try some what they call swamp pop over there, Zydeco. Hey, if I can dazzle it, I'm gonna razzle it. You know, so we just I'm just gonna try a little bit of everything, see what works for me and what not works for me, because I don't want to just stay put and get stale. You know, nobody want no stale bread. You know, I want some wheat bread, you know, some butter bread. I want to be everything.
On some ride, put it together. You want to
You know what I'm saying?
make it
I
so
want to see what all.
elaborate.
You see what I'm saying there?
I like that. I like that a whole lot, man. You gave him every so this is the deal. What streaming platforms is it going to come out on?
So mainstream, it's going to be on Amazon Music, Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all your mainstream.
Yeah.
It's even going to be on the little small stream networks or whatever like that. Like I said, I'm just trying to get my music out there. So hey, if it comes across on anything, it just comes across on anything. So definitely check it out, January 19th. Next Friday, actually. How do you move on by Morgan Lemelle? You can't miss it. It's a fire ass cover art, man. The song got it. I told my guy Nick Ladas to listen, bro. You brought this fire ass cover art. I don't even know my music gonna be that fire. Like, you coming with all that pressure right now.
He
But
trying to keep up with the cover art. Shout out
hey,
Nick Day, by the way. Keep doing your thing.
he definitely did it for me. He said he heard the song. He said he had to match the energy. So if the cover art got anything to do with how the song will come out, I think it's gonna definitely be rocking. So I'm definitely appreciative of that.
Well, look, we're gonna bless the listeners for sure. Because before I get off the pod, which I'm gonna need you to send me that the link to your cover art, and I'm gonna need you to send me the MP3. I'll hook it up in the post production, so they'll be able to take a good look at that, so we can all enjoy that good cover art. I want to say I might have seen it on Facebook, man. I think I saw it. I might not. I'm not too sure, but either way, we'll add it in, make sure they can see all that and everything. Man, anything else you want to let them know about before I let you go?
Man, honestly, dude, just like I said, just check out the song. Appreciate it. Give me some feedback. Mardi Gras is definitely coming up. A couple
Oh
of places
shit,
I
that's
want y'all
true.
to remember. The stable's gonna be January 10th. Come out there, man. My dude Scooby, aka or Hilton, aka Scooby,
Man,
man.
yeah,
He's been
Hilton
doing it for a
Caesar,
few
shout out
years.
Scoob, man. We need to,
Man, we're
man, we
gonna have
get you on the
Brandon
pod
Lede out
also.
there. Brandon
Yeah,
Lede,
yeah.
we're gonna have Rusty. Rusty gonna kick off from 5 to 8. Go out there, have a good time. When you leave there, come to Oberlin. We got a place called the Rice Bin. Your boy Morgan Lemelle
Mm.
and the Zydeco Playmakers is gonna be performing live there. Brand new opening over there. We're gonna
Oh
throw down for their
shit.
Mardi Gras as well. So we definitely doing it big. Holla at your boy and let me know what you think about the music. Any feedback is good feedback. A couple of shout outs I want to do, man. Them artists are they grinding this year, man. They grinding, and it's nothing but good friendly. I say competition because we keep each other working. Uh, MJ
Healthy,
and the Zydeco
yeah.
Country Boys, and Set Teacher and the Zydeco Pressure. Them dudes are coming, so definitely check them out, man. Don't forget about them other bands out there. Give them a shout out, give them a holler. Just check them out, man. Them boys out there working, trying to grind just like me. So definitely check them out. Enjoy the Zydeco music, enjoy the culture, and don't forget where y'all. Don't forget how it started, man. Just don't lose Zydeco music. Just keep it going for everybody, man.
Man, I love that message, man. Because I mean, I know it's not the exact same, but when it came down to doing music, at least when it came down to the hip hop and the R&B and the rap, that type of camaraderie ain't you don't see a lot of that. For some reason, man, when
Yeah,
rappers come up, the other rappers don't want to rap with you, don't want to push you, shout you out, support you. So man, I love that camaraderie for
and
you to
I hear
speak
it's
on
like
and
that
shout the mother
sometimes,
fellas out.
but
Yeah,
but the thing is, man, it's just like I said. There's so much. I'm seeing bands in Texas I ain't never heard of, just like they never heard of me.
yeah. But they
but
all working. You
but
know what I'm
you know what
talking
I'm
about?
saying? They
They all
grinding because I
spreading
want to
and picking
grind
up their
too. A lot
people.
of them.
Yeah.
There you go. So like I said, if I can pull Louisiana, or I can pull, Texas, but somebody else can pull the opposite of me, then why am I going to stop them?
Stop right
They
there.
can't play
Yeah.
every night. You know what I'm saying? They can't play every night.
Hey man, some of their fans go love your music, and some of your fans go discover theirs and love theirs too. And
Most
everybody go,
definitely.
y'all go both share spaces on these people playlists, and they go spend money to come and see y'all in the not too distant future, man. We claiming it and we
Most
speaking it into
definitely.
existence. I love it, man. I love it. Hey,
No, we definitely.
give them your social media tags too, man. Don't get off here without telling them how to reach y'all and all of that.
So definitely look, I'm still starting off right now, man. I ain't got no page or whatever. Like I said, I'm working.
Right.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. I don't want to get burned out, things like that. I'm still learning. But you
Word.
can definitely hit me up on Facebook, Morgan Lemelle. Snapchat is Agent 007. TikTok is Morgan Bryce 007. I'm constantly gonna try to post some things on there.
Yeah.
I think I just got approved for a new iPad, so I'm definitely gonna be
Word,
trying to
word.
I'm definitely gonna be trying to do some work a little bit, try to do some self promo and stuff like that. So just be watching my Facebook page. It's mainly when I'm gonna post. I'm still trying to get used to this whole technology promo thing. So
Yeah, I
just
feel you.
bear with me. But most definitely just follow on Facebook. Like I said, it'll be Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, and even Instagram. Like you'll just see it, man. Just share it. I don't even care if you like it or not. Just do me a favor, share it, and just get it
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
Definitely, man. Look, I'm gonna push it like a lawnmower, straight like that. And I encourage everybody else to go and do the same, man. Subscribe to Morgan Lemelle. Y'all check all of that out because it's coming soon. I'm glad to hear about it. You got you got plans on doing a video for the single at any point, or you just kind of want to test the water, see how things go first?
I'm gonna test it out, man. Listen, I saw a Facebook post the other day. Zydeco music is getting popular. With everything that get popular, you get expensive too.
Yep.
So it may be in the works, but I thought about
Yeah.
it. But it's kind of one of those testing the water things. Ain't trying to dive into too much. Like I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So
One step at a time. I'm all the way for
one
it.
step.
Man, that's so dope. That's so dope. Man, I appreciate your time tonight, brother. Real talk.
Definitely, thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it. I always watch your videos and stuff like that. I'm like, man. Then we had talked a while back. I was like, I'm gonna hit him up. We're gonna get something popping.
Man, I'm glad. I'm glad, and don't make it your last time, man. What we gonna do?
No,
You know
no.
what? We gonna set it in stone in front of everybody. You're dropping on the 19th. But Mardi Gras roll back around somewhere around that time. either right before y'all get into the thick of everything, or maybe a couple days after. Not during, because you're gonna be working.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
but I'm gonna catch up with you again. We're gonna lock us episode in again so I can catch some of this aftermath, because it's been a pleasure hollering at you, man. I want to see how this go, man. I'm real excited because
Absolutely.
like I said, I didn't know you had that talent in you, but I these past 30 minutes, bro. I see it. All right, it's like you glowing with it. You big,
I'm rolling with it, man. I'm
put
rolling.
some shit out.
We're probably gonna get on the box when I get off of this, dude.
That's what we finna do. Man, we about
You
to
see
be
what
in
I'm
there.
saying?
It's about to be a probably been on TikTok 7 times because Pito been putting the phone. My little boy down there losing it. We probably do a song. We be doing covers. We literally the 2024 Fugees up here, just drinking, smoking, vibing, just getting it together, man. And I
Yeah,
absolutely love it.
good
I
life,
wouldn't
bro.
have. I really wouldn't, man. Got family close to me and just keeping things together. So I guess I can just shut it down with all of that, folks. You already know where to catch up with me at. The Black Earl H.A.A.S page on Facebook. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna say it's dead, but I'm having problems with that. Zuckerberg, I'm gonna need you to get on that. So y'all know how to holler at me at the Earl Nelson page on Facebook. Instagram and TikTok is the absolute same. At Black Girl H.A.A.S. That's BLACKEARL_HAAS. YouTube, same difference. Black Girl H.A.A.S page, where to catch the video. About to crank H.A.A.S Chronicles back up for y'all. Somebody inspired me to do that, so I'm gonna take care of that. Don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna try. And videos. Shout out DT Visually. Shout out Chad, man. That boy working. We got that boy send me songs so often, Morgan, to jump on. And it'd be to the point where I done went to work on some overtime days and forgot. Matter of fact, I got one in my inbox. He sent me. So Chad, if you're gonna catch this episode, hopefully by the time this episode come out, I would be and gave you the song and you gonna be cool, bro. I apologize because I've been bullshitting, not on purpose at all. But Chad, man, I appreciate you guys checking this episode out. As usual, keep it 101, man. Y'all holler at me.